why don't we as a people not have insurance culture? What is wrong with us? Why do we like to leave things to get out of hand and start to look for help, become vulnerable when we have so many insurance companies in the nation? We have so many policies that could actually help us prevent total loss in case of an emergency. Reason why we're discussing this on Farmers Morning Cafe today is because of the obvious in the agribusiness sector. A lot of our farmers are in loss already due to the weather and also the outbreak of a fever amongst livestock in the recent days. With me on the show today is one of our very own in the house, Pastor Olufolajimi Samuel. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, ma.
Today we're going to be talking, it's going to be an interactive section
Okay, ma.
on why Nigerians do not have insurance culture. Most Nigerians sees insurance as something that God would take care for them, or shall I say, is it that we take things for granted, or we just don't understand how important it is to have insurance as part of not just our businesses but our life, when we plan our life.
Well, thank you very much. One of the things that I believe is responsible is the system we are running in the country. Our system has not made provision for insurance. How do I mean? If you look at vehicle insurance, not every owner of vehicles in Nigeria understand the meaning of insurance.
Mm,
Yeah. And that is why you discover that somebody that's supposed to do comprehensive insurance
mm,
will want to do third party.
mm,
And if you look at that, when you do comprehensive insurance, it means that, you have a higher stake. You put more money.
mm,
So third party insurance, people just a little money.
mm,
It's because the understanding has not been there
mm,
and the system has not made provision
mm,
for people to understand
mm,
that what insurance is what you must go for.
mhm,
Because at times there are some things that we need to insure,
mm.
but we just neglect. We put everything in the hand of God and prayer.
Okay, so this is where this conversation gets a bit tricky for me. Um, I was going to say before you ended what you said, I was going to say that do we say that then we need to, um, with the government need to find a way of um, bringing insurance into our education system, whereby from school you are being taught that look, when you go into business and even with your life, I mean, things like life insurance, you need to have insurance, where our students would be taught about the importance of being insured. You know, can we say that is one aspect of it? And with the way you ended your point, do we then also have to start reaching out to pastors like yourself to start educating our people that God is actually not our servant? And if I'm not mistaken, the Bible said that God cannot be mocked. And I'm very pretty much sure that that's what it says in every other religion. So leaving what is your responsibility onto God is kind of not right.
It's not right. Well, let me start from there. Now, like you said, God is not mocked. Whatsoever you sow,
Mhm,
that you will reap.
mhm,
And one of the things that I feel, even as a pastor, that we have got it all wrong is that God is not a repeater.
okay.
God doesn't repeat. Right from the creation, he never repeated anything. He said, when after creation, he make a declaration that all is good,
Mm,
and it has been good up till now. It is our limitation, our mental limitation
mm,
that we put on what God has declared good
mm.
that makes us to have all these effects.
Okay, so what are you saying in essence, sir? Because this before we decided to take this program on air, of course, it's a topic that we've been having a lot of back and forth and response from our people. Before we go back to the legal education
Yeah.
aspect of it, you'll agree with me that a handful of us, if not too many of us, actually base everything we do on God.
Yeah.
So reason why I like for us to discuss this,
Okay. Okay.
you are a pastor, um, a believer, you preach to people. What negative impact would you say this is having in helping our people prep themselves for the inevitable? Because when we say, God forbid, I'm praying, it won't happen to me, it still does happen. And then when it happens, the pressure comes on likes of O.O.K farms and the government.
Well, one of the things is that there are two angles to this. One, way of life. Two, religion. In every religion, there is a way of life.
Okay.
In every religion, there is a way of life. But when you take on the side of way of life, then you begin to look at things holistically. Holistically, I mean, what you need to do it. Let's take the case of help.
Okay.
Help. If you want me to help you,
Mm.
without you doing something, there's
Mm.
nothing to help.
Right.
So everybody wants God to help them,
But how
but
are they helping
they are
themselves?
doing nothing.
Right.
So that's why I say, what you sow, you reap.
Okay. So religiously now, we've established the fact that God actually have nothing to do with you not insuring yourself.
No, no.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The next point I'd like us to talk about is the education aspect, because um, I get calls from learned people, well-read people, like with 2 master's degree, PhD, and they complain about loss of their farm produce. And because these are elder, well, these are grown people, I really can't come out at them the way I would love to. And then I go, was your farm not insured? Was your poultry not insured? So what would you say is making even educated people not is it negligence? Is it ignorance? Is it way of life, like you said?
No, it's not negligence. You see, what you don't know is above you.
A master's degree holder doesn't know about
Yeah,
insurance.
yeah. You see, one of the things that is, I would say, is wrong with us is that our systems,
Mm.
educational systems, um, there's the governing system,
Mm.
everything, we have not gotten it right. And we are looking at those that have gotten it right,
Mm.
comparing ourselves to
To
them
them.
until we sit down and say, okay, this is this from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm.
You can't jump from 10 to 1.
One. Right.
You have to take from 1 to 10.
Right.
But we are taking from 10 to 1, and we can get it. Now, what do I mean is that the system, number one. Okay, let me say this. There are, okay, how can you take a professor
Mm.
that will go to Babalatura
Mm.
for things that he ought to know,
Mm.
and they will be, okay, then don't let me go there. How can somebody that is learned
Mm.
will now go to Ava
Probably a secondary school dropout.
or she
And be
the
searching for
mm,
guidance.
prophet?
Yeah. Mm.
He wants to listen to what he knows. Do you get me?
I get you. I
So,
get you more than you. I
so
get you.
We until we begin to do the things the way we should do it. On this case of insurance, when we were in secondary school, they taught us all these little things about all these things about insurance. But go to the curriculum of schools today. What you find there? ICT, all manners of what the advanced countries
Are doing.
are doing. We neglect the basics.
And we want to jump to the
No. That's why we are not getting it right. Except we start to take it right. Okay, this is what we should do. Don't jump. You know, we like shortcuts. We like shortcuts. If you go to your farm, I pray, but I should go to my farm and weed my farm and prepare my farm to ensure that I have a good yield. Then, when I pray, the only thing I'll pray for is that for God to give me good weather. I think I'm right.
Right.
So,
I mean, in some advanced country, they don't even need to pray to God for that because they force the rain to come down, and there is irrigation system. You see, so when I say that God has nothing to do with this, people just don't get it.
No. God has nothing to do.
Well, on that note, we take a very quick short break. Do not muscle. But if you have to, let it be that you're sharing the link to your friends and the friend of your friend and your enemy to join us on your very own agricultural themed television, O.O.K Farms. Remember, you can watch us on our YouTube channel, O.O.K Farms, or you can watch us on Android, O.O.K Farms as well, or just go on our website and click on Live TV. I'll see you in a jiffy. The existence and survival of the human race is solely dependent on agriculture. O.O.K Farms is a hub designed to cater for all you agricultural needs. We pray agriculture.
Now, no more troubles, as you can now join.
Always watch all our programs at your convenience on our website or on our YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about agric insurance. Why do we not, as a people, have insurance culture? And we've been speaking, we specifically brought a man of God because most of the comments and most of the response we get from our people is, I will soon be like, God forbid, it will never happen to me. And then when it happens, we become vulnerable and we take our burden to to inconvenience our loved ones and friends, which is not supposed to be. So we've been speaking. If you are just joining us, we've been talking to Pastor Olufolajimi, one of our very own at O.O.K Group, and also the head of O.O.K Cooperative. We've been speaking about the religious aspects, the effect of our religious belief on agric culture, sorry, on insurance culture in Nigeria, and you've done a very good justice to that part of the topic. Just so if you're listening, God does not repeat,
No.
and God has He said everything He created good. So any issues we're having right now is based on our own mentality or
mental ability.
mental ability to make the best out of the good, all the good that God has put in our care. Now, I'd like for us to speak about the educational aspect of it. Before we went on the short break, you mentioned something about we not our educational sector not being right for insurance, and that we wanting to just do what the advanced countries are doing without having foundation and the basics. So, in your opinion, would you say that the government should introduce some sort of courses on insurance or embed insurance into all of the already existing courses or subjects or what have you?
Already, I believe that there are courses on insurance.
Mm,
But how many insurance graduates get
mm,
job?
mm,
How many insurance company will go to polytechnic, will go to university,
mm,
and employ people that have been trained on insurance?
mm,
It's all come down to our system,
mm,
the system we are running in
mm,
governance,
mm.
because there has been no provision for it. Even the budget of the nation should be insured.
Right.
If we insure our budget, which means that any shortfall,
Mm-hmm.
we
We have
can fall
something
on,
to
we
fall
have
back
something
on.
to fall back. So
Mm,
nobody insuring anything.
mm.
So we just go for free fall.
So is it because we are, would you say now that this has now become some sort of culture for us,
Yeah.
not taking all of this seriously?
Yes, we are taking it to be part of us.
Okay. So the another part of this that the point that I would like for us to touch on this morning actually is our our mentality. I was on a program and a lady called in and said, "Oh, she lost a lot of money in agriculture, and they said she should. When she started, they told her to go to an insurance company, which she did, and they were asking, okay, so I'll say it in Yoruba the way she said it.
Okay.
Wọ́n ní kí n máa mórí mẹ́sẹ̀ mọ́rùn wá, meaning that they're asking her for a lot of documentation. Is this because I mean, for anyone that understands how things should do, I don't think documentation should be a problem because eh, even you that wants to buy the insurance, if the insurance company had not asked documentation, shouldn't you ask questions? But this woman was telling me that the main reason why she did not, two reasons, I beg your pardon, she didn't buy the insurance was because they were asking her for too much paper documentation and asking her for 10% of what she's invested. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I'll still take it to be ignorance.
Right.
Now, as a owner of a land,
Mm,
no, you can use documents on your land to access loan,
mm,
genuine documents.
mm,
Insurance will ask for document because they want to insure their own investment.
mm,
So nobody will go to be doing any business to fail or to go bankrupt.
mm.
So what we put them on the saver side is the documentation they are asking.
Yeah, but this seems to be a problem for our people.
Why? Because we love to cut corners.
Mm,
People cut corners. People that need to go to the right place for the documentation of their land.
mm,
They want to go and just. There are many lands that if you have to scrutinize very well,
mm,
you discover that maybe 70 or 60%
mm.
have no proper documentation.
Documentation.
So insurance will have to go because they must have a backup.
Mm,
If it comes to the case of a case,
mm,
and they want to go to law court,
mm,
or the person that they insured,
mm,
take them to law court,
mm,
they will have something. They must ask for the genuinity
mm,
of the document. So probably that woman,
mm,
she knows
mm,
that the government, I mean, the documents she has is not proper.
No, she just said, according to her, she doesn't see reason why, since she's going to be giving money to the insurance company, though, why are they asking her for all of this documentation? And I tell you, she's not the only person in this line of thought. A lot of other farmers that we've spoken to as well are like, they don't have papers to give to insurance company, no. But the thing is, why do we have problem? My question now is, why do we have problem with documentation and due process?
Because we like to cut corners.
So is that like a culture, or is it something that we were taught? And what can be done to all of this that we've been discussing? What can be done? Because we can't continue like this.
See, I will still go back to my constituency, which is the Bible.
Let me just put out a disclaimer there. So, Pastor here is on the show today as a guest, and we are using the Bible because he's a pastor. But generally, we are looking at the religious aspect of it, how this has affected us either negatively or positively, and what can be done. So there is no remark, or we're not talking down on any other religion.
No.
Yes, this is
Not
just
talking.
we trying to get to the
Yeah.
bottom of the situation we all have found ourselves in. Because the truth is, a lot of our farmers are in debt. And this is just, I say it to them, this is nobody's fault, but their own fault, due to them not doing the proper thing and the right thing they were supposed to do.
Quickly. Two things. If the foundation is destroyed,
what can the righteous
do?
Right.
Except, you see that word righteous, doing it right. Except you go back and do right.
We'll still be getting the same results.
That's it.
Right.
And that is what we don't understand in Nigeria. Even in our religion, whatever, we get it wrong. So, except we go back to the basics, and what is basics? That let everybody has understanding of these things. If you, even in the court of law, if you know that this case you are taking to court cannot fly, you won't go there.
You already know your answer.
You already know your answer.
Right.
Are you with me? So if everybody has that understanding with them, everybody will see the reason why. And it's if you do insurance, it's for your benefit.
Right. Well, that is what we're going to that is what we're going to be talking about shortly. What are the benefits, and why should we insure all our agri, because it's an agri insurance we're talking about here, even though there are other sort of insurance as well that every single one of us should have. But today we're talking about agricultural agri insurance. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about the benefits of having your farm, livestock, your staff, and yourselves insured in the agricultural sector. This is O.O.K Farms TV, your number one African themed agricultural television. Please share the link and do not move a muscle. I'll see you in a jiffy. The existence and survival of the human race is solely dependent on agriculture. O.O.K Farms is a hub designed to cater for all your agricultural needs. We breathe agriculture.
Now, no more troubles, as you can now join our multipurpose Farmers Cooperative Society. We provide numerous opportunities, support, rights network, credit facilities, and grants both locally and internationally. We are keen on our members' success, and we provide the right agro insurance.
At O.O.K Farms, we render services such as contract farming, commodity branding and export, as well as sales and lease of farmland. Our Agribusiness Academy is tailored towards equipping you through your journey in the agribusiness industry. For more information, visit ookgroup.ng.
We are also actively and professionally involved in agri-media. Download our app on Android and find us on Radio Garden at O.O.K Farms Radio. We're located at 60 Decad House, Ring Road, Ibadan, Oyo State. Agriculture, our way. Welcome back to Farmers Morning Cafe with O.O.K Farms TV. I am your favorite host, Omolara Svensson. Today we've been talking agri insurance. Why do we not have insurance culture as farmers and as a people? And we've been listening to Pastor Olufolajimi taking us through why we are the way we are, the role that religion has played in this, the role that education, our educational system is playing, and the role that the government has played in making us a set of people that do not have insurance culture. And now we want to talk about why we need to have insurance from the culture and why we as farmers need to insure everything we do in our farms, poultry houses, our livestock, commodities, even you that you are just driving farm produce, you also need to get yourself, your vehicle insured. The benefits of having agri insurance. Thank you again for being here on the program this morning. And thank you for the insight you've been giving to us on this topic. We've spoken about the religious aspect, what impact religion has played in we not doing the right thing, insuring ourselves and our loved ones, our properties, and especially our businesses, and the role that our educational system has played. So we really hope that the government and the insurance company, because the insurance is a body, is like the banking sector. So sometimes it baffles me, like you said, why they're not actually not having this sort of campaign to change our people's mentality. But I guess you already answered it. It all boils down to the system we run as a country, as a people. But bringing it home again to our farmers, because we are all about our farmers on Farmers Morning Cafe. Um, do you think that we need to hammer it more, the benefits in agri insurance for my people to take it seriously the way they take their fertilizers and their farm inputs? The way I get phone calls, oh, okay, please keep 10 bags for me. Please keep 20 bags of fertilizer, 20, 10, 10, and all of that for me. What do we need to do to make them see insurance as important as their farm input?
Well, two things I will say here. Number one, O.O.K has come to be the game changer.
True.
You have come to be
That's
game
true.
changer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a game changer, you are not doing things the way they are doing it before.
Recess.
So, number one thing is that if you're a farmer with O.O.K, it is imperative for you to
To
insure your
insure
farm.
yourself and your farm.
And your farm. So, if you are not part of it,
Mhm.
we are not part of it. That is when people will begin to take it seriously. Because we, O.O.K, cannot come to your rescue
Mm.
if you are not insured.
Which is, I mean, it's part of why we're having this topic again. So every one of you, if you get to watch this, even government cannot help you. Insuring your property is solely your responsibility. So when you call O.O.K, Odogbemileja law, I mean, do you understand? So the benefits, of agri insurance, I like for us to just lay it out there so that hopefully it will help in, changing our people's mentality and orientation. And also, we've spoken about why it is important to have documents. I mean, this is what I say all the time about our people having the right sort of knowledge, because the documentation actually is for our own good. It's for our own good. So these benefits of having agri insurance for our farmers.
Yeah. And the number one benefit is that you're on the safe side.
Mm.
if you insure your farm, you are not likely to go into bankruptcy
Right.
because everything, your papers, everything will be on the insurance. So you're on the safer side. Now, if you insure your farm, if there's, there are terms in insurance. They know,
Like it is everywhere.
there are terms
Even
and
when
conditions.
the one I don't understand is I put my money in the bank and they still tell me there are terms and conditions.
Condition apply. So you sit down with your insurance and let them explain to you. One thing I discover is that we have trust issue. We don't trust ourselves.
No, but this is again what I say that I used to be with the banking sector, that a bank could go bankrupt and then your money is gone. But that's not the situation anymore.
No.
That is what the situation is now with the insurance
Yeah.
company. So I mean, we know that in the past they just come, they sing all their songs, and then when it is time for you to claim, it becomes stories that touches the heart.
Yeah.
But well, we are in partner because now I think I should talk here. O.O.K Farms is in partnership with Mutual Benefit Assurance, and we can assure you that if you buy insurance from Mutual Benefit through O.O.K or either on their websites, we work with them. So, I mean, we are sure of what we're saying. It's not going to be stories that touches the heart if you need to claim any of your policies. That's, I just need to throw out there. So you were saying?
Yeah. So if you insure your farm, the benefit is that number one, you are rest assured that if anything happens, you are covered. Insurance is to cover to some extent.
Soft landing.
Soft landing. So if, for example, well, let me say, God forbid, on this one.
As we always say.
if we have a natural disaster, which
we've been having a lot this year.
So the bottom line is that insurance is there so that if it affects your farm, to minimize the loss and not prepare you for the next year, which means that the natural disaster that occurs this year, it may not happen in the next 10 years. And in that next 10 years, you will have covered what you lost. Right. So that is one benefit. Another benefit is that, in Nigeria, let me see, we waste. We waste.
True.
We waste a lot of things. All this, all our effort, I pray that, well, as a pastor, I need to pray. I pray that the government will do the need. I don't see any reason why anything should go to waste when we should have
value adding
system, storage system. Even if you look at the Bible, Joseph, what made him the toes of Pharaoh was that he gave a system to store. That was the key, to store. In the 7 years of
to
supply,
prepare ahead for the future.
When you store, you prepare. So are we preparing in Nigeria?
How are we safeguarding the future?
So that is why with insurance, you are storing, the future. That
you're safeguarding the future. So whatever happens, if I'm to eat the ground, I would stop halfway because soft landing is there.
So that is that. Then another thing is that, there are many things that, I was listening to one and they were saying they are this presenter, they went to this UK, and one of their hosts took care of them, and they were now saying, well, thank you for the message that you have shown unto us. Thank you very much. That the children of their host will also receive mercy. And the man replied, no, don't forget about that. My children do not need mercy.
Okay.
The government is the one that is providing mercy. So which means that everything needed
God has provided.
provided, and
It's
they
there
are
for
making
us.
this very well.
Yes. Yes.
You
Wow.
see, one of the things that
That's deep.
one of the things that if you look at, we need to wake up, awake.
G massive. I keep saying it. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it.
We need to wake up. How do we wake up? Is that when you look at the scriptures, God creating everything in Genesis. God did not mean anything.
He gave us, that's true. So we have the power to do and undo.
He just asked Adam, what is this?
So we
And the
have.
Bible says that whatever Adam said is the name given to him. So which means that God tested the mental ability of his creation.
Right.
And he has given us that.
We'll take a quick short break. Please do not move a muscle. If you have to, spread the good news, share the link, and I'll see you in a jiffy.
The existence and survival of the human race is solely dependent on agriculture. O.O.K Farms is a hub designed to cater for all your agricultural needs. We breathe agriculture. Now, no more troubles, as you can now join our multi-purpose Farmers Cooperative Society. We provide numerous opportunities, support, right network, credit facilities, and grants both locally and internationally. We are keen on our members' success, and we provide the right agro insurance.
At O.O.K Farms, we render services such as contract farming, commodity branding and export, as well as sales and lease of farmland. Our Agribusiness Academy is tailored towards equipping you through your journey in the agribusiness industry. For more information, visit ookgroup.ng.
We are also actively and professionally involved in agri-media. Download our app on Android and find us on Radio Garden at O.O.K Farms Radio. We're located at 60 Decad House, Ring Road, Ibadan, Oyo State. Agriculture, our.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Farmers Morning Cafe on your African favorite agricultural news television, O.O.K Farms TV. On Farmers Morning Cafe today, we have been speaking about agricultural insurance and why we as a people do not have the insurance culture. And we've been looking at how we can have insurance culture in order for us to safeguard our future and our properties. We've been speaking with Pastor Olufolajimi, our very own head of O.O.K. Farmers Multipurpose Cooperative Society. And we've gone from the religious impact to the educational impact, from the government impact, our mentality, our way of life as people. And we've spoken about what can be done, what should be done, and benefits of you ensuring all your agricultural produce, investment, and yourself and your staff. Remember, you can always watch any other programs at your convenience on our YouTube channels, O.O.K Farms, or download our app on Android, O.O.K Farms. Also find us on Radio TV, O.O.K Farms, or log on to our website, www.ookfarmstv.com.ng, and just click on live TV or documentaries to watch old programs. On today's episode, like I said, we've been talking about agricultural insurance, and I'd like to say a very big thank you, Pastor, for shedding more light into uh, um, what can be done to get our farmers to see and to learn the importance of insurance in their businesses. With that being said, I would like to now talk to us about who we are at O.O.K Farms, our product, and our services. After the break, I'll see you next week. Welcome back to Farmers Morning Cafe on your favorite agricultural team television. Farmers Morning Cafe is a TV program where we come together to talk about issues affecting us in the agriculture, or shall I say, agribusiness sector. Today we've been looking at the topic safeguarding the future. Why do we not have insurance culture as a people and as a nation? How has this affected us? What has caused a lack of insurance culture as a people? And what could be done to rectify this problem? On the show today was a guest, one of our very own in the house, Pastor Olufola Jimmy, and is taking us through all of this. A very big thank you to him. If you are just joining us, remember you can always watch every episode on O.O.K Farms TV on our YouTube channel, O.O.K Farms, at your convenience. Please like, subscribe, and share. Now I am to talk to you about our products. Yes, we have quite a number of them. But because today is about agriculture insurance, I'm going to be speaking about the products we have when it comes to agri insurance. Well, I do not have enough time to take us through all of the policies. What I'll say is that we are in partnership with Mutual Benefit, and there are quite a number of agri insurance for you as a farmer, commodity trader, food processor, whichever part of the agribusiness sector you are, we have a policy for you. So reach out to us at O.O.K Farms today, or reach out directly to mutual benefit assurance, and give your code as O.O.K Farms. Also at O.O.K Farms, we offer services like contract farming, commodity aggregation. Contract farming is a whole topic on its own that I probably had spoken about on Farmers Morning Cafe. You also can get that episode to watch on our YouTube channel. What this basically means is we take the stress off you and we do your farming for you. We also have farmlands for sale and for lease in Southwest. Part of our services and products as well is the sale of farmland and the lease of farmland. We also sell farm inputs, fertilizers. We have our fertilizer, right? We also sell farm inputs, fertilizers, and equipment. So you see, when we say that we are your one-stop shop for all your agriculture, we are just on point. Some of our products include the organic honey from our farm in the north and also organic shea butter that is double filtered. We have Eba and Oyo Gari. Our supplier says the Gary slaps well. Only Nigerians will understand that. So if you're not a non-Nigerian, when we say the Gary slaps well, it means the Gary is on point, you know. And we also have the O.O.K farms rice. Our rice are locally grown Nigerian rice, processed and packaged in Nigeria. Part of the service we also offer is that all of these are products can be packed in your brand name. So if you'd rather have your honey packed in your brand name or your shea butter packed in your brand name, do reach out to us and would uh, give you the best of the best of services that is available. Also at O.O.K Farms, if there are any of these services that you need and we can't render at the moment, you can be rest assured that we will point you in the right direction. I'll take a shot. Welcome back to Farmers Morning Cafe on your favorite agricultural television, O.O.K Farms. Today we have been speaking about safeguarding the future. Do we not have insurance culture? And now we also have spoken about our services, some of our services and products at O.O.K Farms. Before I leave you, I must talk about O.O.K Agribusiness Academy. We have 8 courses in total, and each course costs 25,000 naira. To register, please visit our website www.ookgroup.ng. For more enquiries, send us a WhatsApp on 0816 111 2003, or you can send us an email on info@ookgroup.ng. Our cooperative is for everyone that is in the agriculture and agribusiness sector. Our cooperative gives our members access to mini credit, right network, locally and internationally, free training from federal government, state government, and agri agencies worldwide, amongst a lot of other opportunities. So if you are in this sector and you're not a member of our cooperative, you're sleeping on it. Do not or stop sleeping on it. Go on our website now or give us a call or visit our office at 60 Tap House Radio beside Joe Radio Station. We have all of these services, and myself and the rest of the team are waiting to receive you. Also, you are in the agri sector and you want to advertise your products, then our media house is the right place for you. On social media, follow us, O.O.K Farms Radio TV. At O.O.K Farms Radio TV, we, we will help you advertise your product to the right kind of audience that needs what you are saying. have all studio where you can do your jingles, your video ad, and also make notes about who you are and what to do to the right kind of content. So again, do not sleep on it. Follow us on all social media platforms. Read more about the media, agriculture media on O.O.K www.ookfarmsradio.com.ng or ookfarmstv.com.ng. Want to know everything about us at O.O.K? Visit our website www.ookgroup.ng and you have all the information you need from the cooperative or to the academy to agri insurance to TV, the radio, farm inputs, buying and leasing of farmland, contracts farming, everything that we do, we can find on our website, any language that you speak. Well, before I bring today's show to an end, I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone that has reached out to us and to all our investors, especially those that are in the abroad, for taking that leap of faith to invest and to trust O.O.K Bank with your investment. Remember, O.O.K Farmers Morning Cafe comes your way every Monday, 11 a.m. West African time, 11 a.m. Nigerian West African time on your one and only agricultural television. But if you thank you to Josh, if you thank you to Pastor Olupolajimi and the rest of the crew that has made today's episode success. My name remains Omolara Spencer. And do not forget, agriculture is the only breath that we have. Until I come your way again,